It is totally their responsibility. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
The WNBA has a serious problem, and the Indiana Fever have finally had enough. What happened to Caitlin Clark against the Connecticut Sun wasn't just a missed call or an isolated mistake. It was another chapter in a growing pattern of inconsistency, bias, and blatant disregard for fair play. The league's failure to protect one of its brightest stars has gone beyond oversight. It's become a scandal that demands accountability.
Here is the problem. So many of these incidents are happening towards Indiana Fever players, particularly Caitlin Clark.
KO.
Keelan, for this first, I know you and JC go way back to the Big Ten. What was going on with the chippiness there, and what explanation were you given for the tech that you got?
I'll take the official questions.
I've got
Clark are talking to the official. They're both going at it saying, hey, oh, there's a little extra right there. Uh-oh.
Of course, we had J.C. Sheldon right in the middle of the action, the same player who's already made headlines for taking out both Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson earlier this season. Well, it looks like J.C. was ready to complete the Fever's injury hat trick, because from the opening minutes, she was playing with reckless abandon. It wasn't just aggressive basketball, it was targeted chaos, and everyone watching could see exactly where this was heading.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Ooh, and Marina Mabry, I missed that one, Idona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
You can't claw someone in the eye. Eject her. Eject both of them. Eject both of them. So there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Nothing there. JC Sheldon claws her in the eye. Then the two of them get into it. And then Mabry just goes and shoves her onto the ground. Eject both of them. Eject both of them. Eject both of them.
After all,
You'd think that after Caitlin Clark missed 5 games, and the league's ratings nosedived right along with her absence, the WNBA would have finally learned its lesson. Maybe they'd start protecting the one player single-handedly keeping the league relevant, the face that's driving record attendance, viewership, and headlines. But nope, this is the WNBA we're talking about. Instead of tightening up officiating or sending a message, we got the same old story: blatant fouls ignored, reckless hits tolerated, and silence from the very league that's supposed to protect its stars.
Wait, JC Sheldon got away with clawing her in the face. Caitlyn got teed up for getting clawed in the face. They didn't even call it a common foul. They didn't call it a common foul. They didn't even call it a common foul. Oh my God. They don't care about players. They don't care about players.
No ejections. No accountability. And somehow, in one of the most jaw-dropping moments of the night, Caitlin Clark was the one slapped with a technical. Absolutely unbelievable. That call was the spark that lit the powder keg, and from that moment on,
Absolutely
the reaction
insane.
was explosive.
And then came the reaction.
Fans, analysts,
and this is
and
where
even
things
former players weren't just angry, they were furious. The outrage wasn't just about one bad call anymore. It was about a pattern, a league that keeps failing its brightest star, and a growing sense that the WNBA has completely lost control of its own narrative.
When I tell you social media is setting the WNBA on fire right now, not in a good way, that's the understatement.
The entire basketball world erupted, calling out just how disgracefully the league has been treating Caitlin Clark. Even analysts who usually keep things light, like Sentinel, didn't bother cracking a joke this time, because there was nothing funny about it. He simply posted the raw footage of what happened, no commentary needed. The scene was so absurd, so blatantly wrong, that the truth itself hit harder than any punchline. It was a moment that exposed just how far the WNBA has fallen in protecting its own players, especially the one carrying the league on her back.
Yeah, it looked like Caitlyn got hit hard, both by JC Sheldon and Marina Mabry there.
I would not be...
Analysts were in complete disbelief that Marina Mabry wasn't ejected. You could see the shock written all over their faces and hear it clearly in their voices. This wasn't just another missed call, it felt like a breaking point. When the face of the league is thrown to the floor and somehow ends up being the one penalized, it's a sign that something is seriously wrong. Even the calmest and most composed voices in the room couldn't hold back, all echoing the same sentiment: something needs to change.
done.
All right, enough is enough. You know, at some point, the line gets crossed too often where something needs to be done and things need to be corrected. And that is certainly the case with the way things around Caitlin Clark are officiated. This is a constant problem now. You know, it is something that since the beginning, I've kind of like backed off on because physical play is a part of sports. You know, going after a superstar and trying to rough them up a little bit to get in their head is a part of sports. But when it crosses the line, the referees need to do their jobs. They need to do their jobs, blow the whistle, and officiate